Think about your dinner table for a moment. Don't worry, this isn't to make you hungry right away. Just consider what the table looks like. Who is there? Where is it? And where you sit? What's your spot? Who is at the head of the table? Who talks the most? Who is quiet? Who is serving the food? Who cooked? Who is sitting on the outside? Who is in charge? We all have table dynamics. This means we have different roles and levels of power in our families, churches, and communities. Looking at our dinner table can give us clues about these dynamics. We all fit somewhere on a scale of givers and takers. Some of us are mainly givers, quietly helping and serving in the background. Others are takers who dominate the conversation, eat the most, and sit at the head. We all have a place on this scale, and sometimes we may be one or the other, or somewhere in between. We also know people who are at the extremes. For example, when you are driving and the road gets narrower, there's always someone who tries to cut in your lane on the right side to get ahead of everyone else. In a supermarket line or when looking for a parking spot, there is always that one person who pushes ahead to be first. On the other hand, some people always wait until the last minute. They are the last to eat, the last in line, the last to sit down, and the last to join in on activities. This is how our relationship works. We are a mix of givers and takers, and each of us takes on different roles in a group or community. So, who are you? Do you go after what you want right away, or do you wait for an invitation? So first of all, when invited, be humble. For Jesus, waiting to be invited isn't just about having good manners. He sees it as a sign of a bigger issue about power in society. This happens in every culture, not just his. During a Sabbath dinner at a rich Pharisee's house, Jesus sees people trying to grab the best seats close to the host. While teaching about healing on the Sabbath, he notices this behavior and quotes a saying from Proverbs chapter 25, verses 6 to 7. He says, "Do not exalt yourself in the king's presence, and do not claim a place among his great men. It is better for him to say to you, 'Come up here,' than for him to humiliate you before his nobles." Drawing upon Proverbs, Jesus turns his advice on hospitality into an entire set of parables designed to address what it means to be a Jesus follower, or rather, what kind of heart God appreciates and favors most. Then he tells the host, when you have a lunch or dinner, don't just invite your friends, family, and rich neighbors who can return the favor. Jesus understands that these kind of dinners are about showing off status, not just for the guest, but also for the host. He suggests invite the poor, the disabled, and blind. Even if they cannot pay you back, you will be rewarded in the afterlife. As everyone started to feel uneasy around the bold rabbi, Jesus took it further. When a man at the table said, "Blessed is the one who will eat at the feast in the kingdom of God," Jesus explained what that kingdom is really like and what it means to have a seat at the table with God. Some people might wait to be invited to the best seat, but they may never understand how special it is to be at God's table. The way people interact at the table isn't just about getting the best spot or waiting for an invitation. It's about appreciating the invitation itself and the kindness of the host. Second, when invited, don't take your invitation for granted. Jesus shares a story about a man hosting a big banquet which represents God's feast. He sends his servant, Jesus, to invite all those who were previously invited to come. But they all come up with some reasons not to attend because they take their invitation for granted. They feel entitled. Then the owner, that is God, changes things up. He sends his servant, that is Jesus, into the streets, alleys, and roads to bring in the poor, the disabled, the blind, and the lame, urging them to come. These people will be surprised by his kindness, thankful for the chance, and aware that they don't deserve it, but happy to receive this gift of a heavenly feast. Our society is not very different from this. Our churches and communities reflect this too, right? If you are a Christian, you should live by a different standard than what the world does. God doesn't care about your achievements, social status, or how high you can climb the success ladder that society values. He isn't impressed by your many awards you have, how big your house is, how much money you have saved, or how much education you've received. God is happy for your successes, but He won't let you turn those successes into things you worship. Instead, God invites you to live a different kind of life with new values and goals. This means taking time to think about your heart, your relationships, your life, and how you follow Him. Third, when you invite, have a heart for the vulnerable. Jesus wants us to be different. He wants us to live, act, and connect with others in new ways. He encourages us to look beyond just our weekly church gatherings with friends or meals we share with people we already know. Jesus asks us to step out of our comfort zones and invite others into our lives. He wants us to be uncomfortable and open our hearts to include those we don't know, those we wouldn't usually spend time with, or those we've never thought to invite to church or to our homes. Following Jesus is tough. It's one of the hardest things you will ever do. Being His disciple means that He will always challenge you and make you think about your motives, actions, and choices. He will change how you see things and make you question your assumptions. Following Jesus isn't about what makes us comfortable or what we prefer. It's not about sticking to what we are used to. Instead, it's about joining a mission to help others, invite them in, and share love. It's about opening our homes, our churches, our communities, and our meals to others. When we do this, God will see that our hearts are ready to be part of His family. Jesus expects us to follow His example. He wants us to be humble, serve others, and spend time not just with our friends and family, but also with those who need an invitation to experience the love that only God can give. Today, I encourage you to accept the challenge of Jesus. Live in a new way. Be a different kind of disciple, one who is grateful, loving, serving, and willing to sacrifice. By doing this, you may find yourself in a special place with God, because you will truly be serving Him. May Jesus Christ be praised.